On this episode of Burnout, we are back at Lime Rock Park, racing cars that absolutely do not compare to one another in any single way. We have 2 Mazdas, 2 Chevys, a BMW, and a Subaru. So let's see which car breaks on this episode. At Lime Rock Park, they have 2 different autocrosses that actually connect to make one larger autocross. So our plan was to start over by the entrance of the track and then go up towards the second kidney on the higher elevation. And then following that, you'd come back down and take a hot lap from there. Now this track we constructed consisted of 4 right-hand turns and 4 left-hand turns, both with higher and lower elevations.
What car are you driving today, my guy?
My dude, I've got a 1976 Chevy Camaro. You know it, you love it, and I'm here to kick some ass.
And where do you think you match up against all these other cars here today?
Absolutely dead last, but you can bet I'm going to have the most style coming around these turns.
Well, at least that was the plan. And if you saw last episode, you'll know that Ryan's car got booted off the track. And we had this thing running.
I did look back at the smoke behind me once just to see how bad that was, but generally speaking, I was just trying to not die.
So last second, we threw the keys to the Miata right into Ryan's hands. He hopped in it and laid down a solid first time to start off the day racing. This is a 2006 Mazda Miata with a black hood, fake hood vents, a wide body kit, and a wing that is wider than the Mississippi River. The goal here is to take each car with each individual driver and do 1 cold lap followed by 3 hot laps. We will then take the best time out of those 3 hot laps from each person, and that's how they'll be ranked. The person with the best time, well, they just get bragging rights. But the person with the worst time, they have to lay under Tarpey's car and help him fix it until he's satisfied.
3, 2, 1.
Ryan and the Miata gripped those turns tighter than you would holding your keys over a water drain. And his time came in at 46.67 seconds. And I'd go as far to say as that's the best time of the day.
All right, so right here we got my neighbor, Jesse. What car are you driving today?
A 2002 BMW 745 Li with mechanical issues.
Where do you think that you're going to be lining up in this order?
First.
First. Bold claim. Go! Jesse, what is the most burnout thing about your car?
I'd say that the iDrive system, which is essentially a modern infotainment system that controls your radio, your traction control slash how you want the electronic dampeners to be. That is what kind of controls the whole car, and it doesn't work like half the time. So,
What about style points? You think you're going to be hanging out any of these turns, drifting, doing anything fun like that, or do you think you're just straight and go for the win?
well, you know what they say: drifting in a turn is slower than executing a good turn. So, no, I will not be caught inside.
All right, Jesse's going for the win.
Despite the fear of having mechanical issues with his car, Jesse laid down a classy time of 48.07 seconds, which as of now puts him in second place. And that BMW on the track looked good.
So, Ronald, what car are you driving today?
I'm driving a 2010 WRX. It's pretty much stock. It's stage 1 cutback, so exhaust intake, and yeah, pretty much it. Like not much. It's pretty much stock right now.
Yeah, we like that. What do you think is the most burnout thing about your car?
I would say the color.
Color, okay. You don't like the blue?
I mean, I want to like I like red better. You know what I mean? So
All right, sure.
I was thinking about wrapping the car like like a different color, but
Okay.
I'm like yeah.
Sure. We got a lot of competition out here. Not from me, but the Miata, the Jesse's doing pretty well, and we got the Camaro out there. Where do you think you're lining up in this lineup?
Well, that'd be tough. I seen BMW did pretty well, so then the Camaro is scary, So I'm like, no, I'm in the middle. We'll see, Hopefully, we do good,
Yeah, but we're all just here to have fun.
This Subaru WRX is awesome, and Ronald didn't even admit that he's driving a standard. Ryan and I had our money on this Subaru because it looked fast and it looked like the Autocross was made for that type of car. Ronald laid down a solid time of 46.80 seconds, which puts him in second right behind Ryan.
This is Katrina. She's here with the 2018 Camaro RS.
Thank you for having me. It's a 3.6 liter V6. It has mufflers, a cold air intake, and some pretty nice treads on the tires, so I'm not worried at all about today.
In terms of the other cars racing today, where do you think you match up? And are you going to be in the top 1 or 2? What are your thoughts on that?
I think I might be the top 3. I think the BMW and the Subaru are going to be up there.
As far as modifications, what have you done? I know you touched on briefly a couple things, the exhaust and things like that. Where do you, what else have you added to the car?
So just for this race, for the Burnout show specifically, I added a pedal commander, so it makes the pedal more sensitive and gives it a throttle. Also put some side marker tints, because, gotta love accessories, and I've tinted the windows, and that's pretty much it.
Now, in my completely biased opinion, this Camaro is the best car out there. It looks insanely fast. However, because of its weight, it does drag it down compared to the competition. Katrina drove her heart out and got a 48.03, which puts her just ahead of Jesse in the standings.
So this is Liam. He's got a Mazda 3, and he's here at the Autocross with us. First of all, welcome to the Burnout Show, and tell us a little bit about your car.
Yeah, so it's a 2010 Mazda 3 hatchback, no mods. I put some aftermarket headlights in it. They filled up with water, so I went back and put the stock headlights back in. 51,000 miles as of last week, and yeah, no problem so far. She's a beauty.
And she's an automatic.
She's an automatic 2.5 liter, yeah. Quite like the Miata, my Mazda 3 handles really well, so I think I'll be able to handle those turns real fine.
And is there anything about your Mazda that just speaks the word burnout?
I honestly don't know. It runs too well. I think that might be a problem. I have had no issues with it. It's a perfect car, literally a perfect car. So I don't know.
Hatchbacks are pretty cool, but let's be honest, you can't even fit a kitchen chair in the back of that thing. And Liam in his super silver college boy Mazda 3 laid down a solid time of 52.24 seconds. And by solid, I mean that's dead last. But he kind of looked cool, and this is a perfect way to take your daily driver that's super reliable and make it more burnout worthy.
All right, so right here we got Jay Parise. You know him, you love him. But what car are you going to be driving today on the Autocross?
So I'm actually going to be driving a friend's 2006 Mazda Miata. I genuinely don't know a lot about it besides it has a absolutely ridiculous spoiler. The exhaust is an aftermarket, and the front little the valence on the bottom you can very easily hit on a curb.
Go!
The seat covers don't actually cover the seats. And once again, it's not my car, but I question why they're on there in the first place. Nonetheless, it's a convertible. I had no idea until I picked it up. The spoiler is just utterly obnoxious, which I love, and the exhaust sounds pretty cool.
This Miata is something that you drive when you're asking for a sunburn. The Burnout show host did not disappoint because Jay drove faster than a kid running to an ice cream truck. He laid down a sweet time of 44.67 seconds, which grabs first place right out of Ryan's hands. But this wing must have done something because both of those top two spots were in the Mazda Miata. These are the final scores of the day, with the Burnout show host coming at the top and Ronald laying down a solid third time. But to be honest, everybody had fun and everybody did phenomenal, having never raced on an autocross before in their life. And at this point, we're absolutely not going to force Liam to lay under Ryan's car and fix it for him, because let's be honest, nobody wants to do that. Thought we were done there? Heck no, we wanted even more racing. So what did we do? We used the family car, the Chevy Traverse. Or is that a Blazer? It could be an Equinox, but I think it's a Traverse.
We're about to pick teams for a team race that we're doing where you have to stop and start in a stop box and run out of the car and tag the next teammate. And we're both going to go first and last and have people drive in between. Yeah, so basically this is just a relay race effectively where we're all going to do 3 laps around the small autocross. You have to stop in the box like Jay said.
In classic elementary school fashion, we decided to do a draft for teams. Team 1 was Ryan, Katrina, and Liam, and Team 2 was Jay, Ronald, and Jesse. Each person takes 3 laps and must stop within the stop box. And if you hit a cone, that's added time for your team. The only other rule was you had to be buckled before you started driving.
So we're going to see how this goes and hopefully nobody trips and falls, quite literally. But it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. It's going to be awesome.
So the SUV race, you've got to be in the SUV, windows up, air conditioning on, and you've got to be listening to smooth 70s rock.
This is Walter. He likes his coffee with extra milk and no sugar. He's a pretty cool guy.
Oh yeah. Go!
Where is it?
Hang on, wait until he pulls up.
Go, Liam, go! Come on! Come on! You got it, you got it, you got it! Woo!
Go! I love that in the socks. Oh no, it's the belt that's gonna get it. Go slow. Slow on the belt. Yeah, just jam. Yeah. Drop the runway. Good. Hey, I almost got out. Yeah! Right here, we just finished doing all the team racing. We've got Jay's dad right here to read out the times. We don't know. We know a little bit. They were giving away a little bit on this last section, but damn it. I'm ready to find out. Yeah, let's do it. Right, what do you got?
Fastest individual time went to Ryan at 1 minute and 13 seconds.
Wow.
He actually had the third fastest time too. Jay's second run was the second fastest. Whew. And other than that, Team Jay 5 minutes 54 seconds. Team Ryan 6 minutes 19 seconds.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the scores do not matter. What matters is that everybody had fun, and anybody can do this. You can rent this track and this autocross at Lime Rock Park as well. No matter what car you have, whether it's yours, whether it's fast or slow, this autocross is awesome, and we highly recommend it to anybody. Heck, we raced a Chevy Equinox. And next time we're at this track, we promise to have even older cars that are way more likely to fall apart. This episode inspired us to get out, meet more people, and visit more cool places. The moral of the story here is go race your car and make your dreams happen.
That's a wrap for this episode of Burnout. Hopefully next time we have even better cars and not a shitty mom van.
Hey, that your mom van didn't do too bad over there.
No, it sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks.
Did better than the Mazda 3. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to subscribe. We're going to have a lot more stuff coming out like this. Make sure you also hit that like button. Let us know down in the comments what other cars you want to see around this track.
And if you want the 76 Camaro to run more than we do, then leave it in the comments because I'd be shocked if you do.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
I gotta be honest, that was the closest team race we've had here today.
Today. Totally right. You just got me with that one.
Totally right.
What's the most not burnout show thing about your Camaro?
The stereo? Maybe?
Is that because it's reliable?
That would be because it's relatively new and not broken.
Awesome. Well, hey.